Well, we've had a very busy morning today. We've travelled pretty much along the south coast of Mallorca, and this is our final destination. This is Colonia de Sant Jordi, and we've come here today for lunch, so we're going to find somewhere to eat. We'll have a little look around and see what other things we can find. It's a place which we have been to before on a number of occasions. Our first time, my recollection, was when Anita was actually pregnant with our son, so that's some 34 years ago, I guess. We have been there, we have been here since then on many occasions, but that's the one that sticks in my mind. So let's have a look around and we'll see what changes have made in those 34 years. I imagine quite a few. There is a walkway that goes around the coast there, which I think on another day, which is not quite so hot, might be quite interesting. And there's beaches all the way around there, and they look very nice. I can see a green flag in the distance. It's a very enclosed bay, but this is actually the beach that I remember going on. And yeah, the socorrista, the lifeguards there, green flags up, and it's looking pretty busy. Lots of people on the beach, lots of people in the sea. Temperatures are perfect today. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to have a little walk along and see what we can spot, see if we can find somewhere to go for a lunch today, and see what else there is to see here in Colonia de Sant Jordi. If you're coming from Palma, it is actually quite a drive. One of the reasons to come here is to visit the island of Cabrera, and that's something I would highly recommend if you get the opportunity to visit Cabrera. And the boats go from the port, which is just in front of us. We used to do school trips to Cabrera, and I can remember on many occasions we'd get the coach, and it takes an hour in the coach to get here, might even be a little bit longer, and we'd get to the quayside and they would tell us that it's too rough, we can't go, and so we'd have to find something else to do with the children for a whole day who've spent money to visit Cabrera. And usually what we'd end up doing would be to go to Mondrago, which is a little bit further east, and I'll take you there on another occasion. Mondrago was voted in, I think it was the Telegraph or the Times, a few years back, as the best beach in Europe. And when you visit it, you can see we've been to some beautiful beaches, and we've just been to Sarapita, we've passed Estrenc, and they are fantastic. And even this beach looks pretty nice in the distance there in the sand dunes. But Mondrago is something else that's special. It's all a nature park, and the beach itself is really beautiful. So we'd end up taking the children there. We haven't found anywhere for lunch yet. Notice there's actually a lot of parking on the front here. There's blue lines on the floor. If there's blue lines on the floor, that usually means there's some parking restriction of some sort, which usually there are things to put money in, but there may be some other restriction here, I'm not sure. And then here you get your tickets to take you off to Cabrera. So that's a really good day out. So on our journeys, I think the last time we went in the morning, fairly early, spent the day in Cabrera, took a picnic, went to the beach, went swimming, and then came back. There's actually a little bar, I hope it's still there, in Cabrera, and have a drink in the bar. We're looking for a bar of a foodie nature. It looks actually to be quite a few restaurants, so we have got a little bit of choice, and it is actually lunchtime.
This used to be Fanny's bar, full with herbs. Back. Chinese
No, I don't think I come all the way to Colonia de Sant Jordi to have a Chinese. To have a Chinese at another time. Sounds a bit more like it, La Mallorquina. That's what we should have. The wind's really picking up now, so I hope it's not getting too noisy for you. There are lots of places here. Just need to have a look to see what we fancy on the menu. So we'll walk up to the end and then we'll go restaurant spotting. So you get your tickets at the ticket kiosk there, and then they would guide you along to one of these quays up here, and that's where you get on the boat that would take you to Cabrera. And the problem is that between here and Cabrera the wind can pick up and it can get very, very rough. So if the weather is too rough, they don't go. And they're only pretty small boats that take you across. Right, so shall we cross over, go in the shade and have a look to see if we can spot a restaurant that is providing something for us. Gelateria. I think we want a little bit more than ice cream though. Ice creams sound lovely, but well, typical of us, we've gone for tapas again, so we're going to choose some tapas. I'll show you them when they come out. Anita's gone for red wine and I've got mine here, so cheers. Looking forward to our lunch here in Colonia de Sant Jordi. It's nice and cool. As always, we start with bread and alioli and some olives, and these olives are really nice, so really enjoying these before the main tapas arrive. First up is the ensaladilla, also called Russian salad. There's just red wine in there, but that looks really delicious. Looking forward to that. Next we have the bruschetta, which is tomato, pate, and this is salmon. And that looks equally delicious. And this is the tortilla, the omelette, Mallorquin style, or Spanish style. It says it's referred to as Mallorquin style, but it's a potato and onion omelette. Always good. And over there we've got some homemade croquetas. These are chicken croquettes, so that's they're made of chicken. They do have some with mild mushroom. We've chosen the chicken ones today. And there's the bill. €37.20. Excellent lunch. Both very, very happy. Well, we thoroughly enjoyed La Mallorquina. Anita's telling me that she actually knows the owners of the Chinese restaurant, or if she did know the owners of the Chinese restaurant, and she has been there before. So that's without me.
I'm glad we went where we did.
Some really quite impressive palm trees here, lining the avenue. Unfortunately not giving us very much shade. seem to remember coming here one day,
Find out how much it is.
asking about the trips to the Cabrera. Yeah. And we ended up buying the tickets, and then we had to come back the next day to actually do the journey. It's quite a long trip backwards and forwards. Looks as though there are actually different places offering these trips as well, so it's not just one company. Find some shade. There's a lovely park bench there. Nobody's sitting on it. Nobody's sitting on it because there's no shade. This time of the year, you need somewhere with a breeze and a shade. This has gone to inquire about the trips to Cabrera, which is something we need to do on another day. That'll be a next port of call into one of the shops. And there I can see again, I saw this the other day when we were walking through somewhere. They've got gifts for the dog. You can take the dog a little bowl home when they it comes in it. She's got the brochure and all the information, we think.
%5 discount if you're a resident.
5% if you're a resident, excellent. And how much is the trip?
Yeah, so we all it's written them all down for me.
Right.
Prices.
Okay, so the
€2 off really.
yeah, so €49 is the classic trip. It's a 6-hour trip though, so that's most of the day. See how busy some of the restaurants are.
It's in your bag.
People choosing to sit by the sea, get that breeze. This is the same restaurant on that side, where nobody's sitting, everybody is sitting on this side. And that's understandable. But picnic on the beach also sounds like a good idea, and there's lots of people on the beach gathering the rays. We don't actually do that anymore. We never ever lie on the beach.
You want to go lie on the beach?
This is Colonia de Sant Jordi. It's the 13th of July 2021. Just to give you a feel of how things are. And we are still in this pandemic, but it's sort of seems to be forgotten about a little bit. This is where we started our walk in Colonia de Sant Jordi. Great place to do some boat watching. Plenty of them moored here. Colonia de Sant Jordi.
I'm going to find some shade.
Well, Colonia de Sant Jordi has been a really pleasant surprise. We've had a nice walk, we found some shady spots, and we had an excellent lunch. And perhaps the best behind it all was the natural park visitor centre with its aquarium, and that I'll put in a separate video, but it was excellent. We were really impressed, and it's €8 to go in for an adult, but if you're a resident here, it was only €4, a real bargain price. We were the only people pretty much in the whole centre, and that is quite fantastic. Well, fantastic for us, not fantastic for them. So we had a wonderful day. We just walked back to where we started, so we're overlooking the sea. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button, and we'll see you in the next video. So bye for now.
Great day out, really recommend it. Bye.